Gather round, friends, new and old, and welcome to the POWWOW podcast. We are your hosts, Philip.
And David.
It's been a week. It's been a glorious week, David. And I must start off. I've been demanded. I've been yelled at. I've been berated in the most loving of fashions to remind one and all that this past week, by the time this episode comes out, it will have already been nearly a week, that my mother's birthday will have happened. So happy birthday, Mama Amarine, Caprice, friend of the podcast. She will be on shortly.
Happy birthday, Caprice.
Yes.
Hope you're listening.
Yes. She is. She is. For better or worse,
okay, good.
On these episodes, especially.
So, some of these episodes, it's worse.
Yes. But she is listening. So happy birthday. We partied and everything else. She had a great spread for her birthday. We loved it. It was a lot of fun. How was your weekend, David?
My weekend. I can't even remember. My goodness.
Oh, that's a good weekend then, huh?
No, unfortunately not. I saw some movies. I saw Uncharted, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gave me the same kind of joy that I get when I watch National Treasure. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I felt that for points of the film.
It was kind of like a switch your brain off. Enjoy the fun, like the intrigue of the hunt and I enjoyed it a lot. And like I'm comparing it because of these are both recent movies, comparing it to Red Notice. And Red Notice was just sort of like, just like cheap jokes and forced funny, and it just like didn't work. And
I'm shocked.
Is that your faux shocked?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
you can't tell me that three megastars didn't phone it in for a mega action movie.
Well, I just want to make sure, because I don't want you like telling me that you thought Red Notice was high quality comedy.
No.
It was just like, it was the same old churned out Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, what you would expect it to be. And it was like, okay, you haven't done anything novel. Whereas Uncharted felt fresh, and Tom Holland, showed a character that is different from what we've seen from him before. And, there's a little bit more charm to him. And I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the film quite a lot. I love a treasure hunt.
We do love a good treasure hunt. Let's go hunting for treasure in this next main topic. Ooh. April 15th. My goodness, why am I even starting out with the date of April 15th? Well, April 15th is when this episode dropped, as I'm sure you, the listener, are listening to it on the day of. Now, I think most people listen to it a day after, maybe on the Monday after. I know a couple people do. So the reason why I'm saying April 15th, it's when this episode drops. And as such, I went to go look for a couple holidays that happened on April 15th. And one stuck out, David, that I thought that we both would enjoy. It's National That Sucks Day on April 15th. So I thought, why don't we make a...
sorry if April 15th happens to be your birthday. But
yeah. But that sucks.
But it is. It sucks, yeah.
It sucks that it falls on That Sucks Day. Well, we both went and perused the internet. Maybe we'll find the same days that sucked, but we found 5 of the suckiest days that we could possibly find. And once we have read our stories and talked about them, we will then, as the suck leaders? Do you want to be called a suck leader, David?
Why?
Well, as aficionados on the subject, we will accordingly rank them from 1 to 5, from least suck to Hoover, the natural suck leader. You know what? Maybe we'll just get off brand.
Black hole suck.
Yes,
black hole levels of sucking.
Okay, there we go. David, you have 3 of them. Why don't you go with your first scenario or situation?
So I perused the internet, and I immediately thought, wait, hold on a second. There used to be an entire website dedicated to this. And that website is called fmylife.com.
FML, I love that.
Yeah. Yes. Now, this is a throwback for me, but maybe some of the younger listeners out there don't even know what FML is. There's this website where it was like a Twitter almost, where you would just say shitty things that happened to you and tag it with FML. My life. Sorry, Phil, for those bleeps, but
many as they are.
Here, this first one is entitled "Mama's Gotta Have It." Today, after giving birth, my wife was put on the sex ban until she heals. The thing is, she has a high sex drive and is now horny, cranky, while also post-surgery and also breastfeeding. I try to sexually satisfy her in other ways, but she's a nightmare to be with until we can have full sex again. FML.
Well, there we go. That's a sucky situation. Sucky day, I'm sure, for her. There we go, throughout. My first one of a sucky day or sucky situation, I go to Am I the A-hole thread on Reddit. We've been here before, and it never fails to amuse. I got a situation for you here, David, of a gentleman who is a 20-year-old male in college living with 4 other guys his age. It's their second year of living together, and last year they had an issue with people eating food that isn't theirs. So now they have a strict label your stuff and only eat things with your name on it policy. Well, the guy and his girlfriend like to get a little bit frisky in the bedroom, and a few nights ago, he dipped his major in peanut butter, and she enjoyed it. She licked it off. Yes, it's slightly bizarre, but that's how they roll. The controversy is that since they have a mouse problem, he did not want to leave the peanut butter in his room, so afterwards he closed it and returned it to the kitchen cupboard. Note that it had a huge peanut butter dilemma label on it, so it was clear that it belonged to him. One of the roommates told him the other day afterwards, oh, by the way, I had some of your peanut butter. He sees his visibly shocked reaction and asks, what's up? So he comes clean about the whole deal. He's furious and says, why the F would you put it back in the kitchen? And he reminded him of the mouse situation and the policy of not eating other people's foods. And this is the first time all year that somebody has had his labeled food and informed him after the fact. He said it was just some peanut butter on his bread. It's not like he was taking full chicken breasts from him. That is a sucky day for sure, to eat somebody else's nutter butter.
Yes, definitely. Okay, this one is called Rain Check. Today, I was suffering from some gastric distress. While on my way to a job interview, I slipped on some concrete that was wet due to a recent slight rain shower. I didn't fall. I did my pants, though. I walked back home slowly and in shame to clean up the mess. I didn't make it to the interview. FML. I think the panic of like almost slipping made him
lose bodily functions. My gosh.
And he missed his job interview. Very, very sad. FML.
The next one, I'm going to go to another fun place that we all know about, Florida.
Oh, great. Love that.
According to the Pensacola News Journal.
Pensacola,
that one too. News Journal, the incident of a man accidentally...
I'm sorry. You said Pensacola? Pensacola?
Listen, I went in Florida. The incident of a man accidentally shooting himself while showing off his gun at a bar happened on a Thursday night at O'Reilly's Uptown Tavern in Pensacola. Police were told that the self-shooter, who's 28 years old, Carlos, survived and is recovering. And surveillance video showed that the Carlos was sitting at a bar talking to a man and a woman. About a minute later, he pulled out a handgun and showed it to them for a few seconds. Then Carlos made a sudden gesture, quote, as if he were putting the gun into an invisible holster below his shoulder, but instead shot himself in the torso.
Oh, my God.
The bartender working said, I don't know if he was pretending to be a badass or something, but from what I can tell, it was completely by accident. Immediately after, Carlos left the bar and checked himself into a hospital, and he has been charged with carrying a concealed weapon without a permit and improper exhibition of a weapon. So not only is he injured, but he's also now being charged with a crime. That is a pretty bad day.
Yeah, it is. What I like about FML is that you can vote, I agree, your life sucks, or you deserved it. And honestly, that guy deserved it. But let's move on. Last one here. Sharing is caring. Today, I found out that the girl who I'm really into and hope to have a longer-term relationship with has caught threadworms, herpes, and COVID-19 from me.
Oh!
One way to get friend-zoned. FML.
Oh! Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
Wow, indeed.
Yes. So the stories as we have them are Nutter Butter, Man Shoots Himself, Mama's Gotta Have It, Rain Check, and what was the last one called?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. All right. Can we agree, David, That probably, ooh, Mama's Gotta Have It is probably number 5 on this list on the lowest. It is unfortunate, but at least you have a group together to try and get through it and everything else. Can we agree on 5?
And there's a generally a clear end date in it. So
Yes,
like
yes,
you
that
can say
situation will
2 weeks and we should be good.
Yes, so let's go with that as number 5. I would recommend and say that Nutter Butter, as much as I love it, is got to be number 4, and here's why.
I agree.
One, you didn't know while it was happening, while you will be violently ill afterwards. It's technically already taken its toll. Well, you won't be sick upon the realization.
I mean, maybe that your mental reaction is going to cause that, but like your body's not going to. It's not done you any harm in actual fact, only psychologically.
Correct. But still, some emotional damage and separation within the household. You got to live with that, knowing that you have just partaken in a Nutter Butter sandwich. So I will put that as number 4, as traumatic as it possibly could be. I'm going to say number 4. I'm thinking Rain Check here now at number 3, David, because while that is traumatic, I'm sure that he got a job somewhere else. It's a really bad day. It's a memorable day. But once we go to these top 2, these stay with you. These stay with you. So let's go with Rain Check as number 3.
Will be number 3. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Number 2, David, which will inevitably lead to number 1, but I would say number 2 has to be Sharing is Caring. Because
see, I disagree. I think sharing is caring is the worst.
Make a case. Yeah. Make a case.
Well, I just think that not only it says at the end of the thing, it says one way to get friend zoned. Nah, dude, you're probably never gonna talk to her again. You gave her threadworms, herpes. I mean, COVID-19 probably isn't going to be too big of a deal, but threadworms and herpes
and COVID will go away.
Herpes also is like not.
Do threadworms go away?
I don't know what threadworms are, but they sound.
I don't
horrible.
know either.
Herpes is not that bad of a virus to actually have in actual fact, but still, like, are you going to stay buddy with the person who gave it to you? Maybe not. I don't know. Ah, man. I just think that the guy who shot himself and is getting charged
deserved it.
He brought that on himself.
I
totally
agree,
deserved it.
But that is
that makes me feel like
that is a bad day. He's not only going to be charged with something, but he shot himself, David. He shot himself.
I mean, it's a great story.
All right.
Great story for him to tell at a bar one day. Hopefully not with his gun in hand.
We agree on the suckiest all the way up till the top spot. We'll leave you, the listener, to determine your own suckage on these stories. I maintain that within Florida remains the suckiest of days.
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Sharing is caring, where you give somebody a doctor's list of diseases, certainly also foots the bill. So up to you, but let's move on to the rest of the episode, which does not suck.
This episode of POWWOW Podcast is sponsored by Sides.
Meet Sides, SIDES, an app that helps you take the law into your own hands.
Turn ordinary agreements into binding contracts in seconds. Then if a dispute arises, Sides will step in to resolve it for you.
Wait, Phil, that was supposed to be my line.
What did we agree to in the contract?
I don't know. I guess we can use Sides to settle this dispute, because each dispute costs a small one-time fee.
And if you win, which I will, it's all awarded back to you.
Sign up now and get 16% off for a limited time only.
This is the next section of a mini-seg that you are familiar with, that we know and that we love. It's called You Will Be Missed.
DVD rental stores. Gone are the days of going with your family or friends to the DVD rental place to browse and find what suited the mood for the night. Now we scroll past the same movies and shows every night, desperate for more content. DVD rental places. You are missed.
As I embark on a new diet, one of my utmost favorites in this world, as I edit the podcast each and every week, is garlic bread. Garlic bread is so simple, so clean, so pure and digestible. Yet, for the foreseeable future, garlic bread, you will be missed.
It's time for the game, and we welcome back on, once again, Alex Olson, you've now come on, I think this is the 5th time. I think it's whenever
I'm like potholes. You just can't get rid of me.
Yep, you fill it in and then it just keeps coming back. But no, I think it's like every time I need a guest. First of all, you are you, and you are a terrific guest, an intellectual with a lot of energy, and you bring so much to the podcast. But also, you have
I second that.
Yes, but the other side of that coin is that, I don't know, you'd keep coming back. You're just willing. So
Yeah, part of this is on you, Alex. You can say no at any point.
Oh, yeah, no. I just enjoy punishment via intellectual defeat in various pub quiz type games.
Well, we're ecstatic to have you come back for these losses and for the wins when they do happen, because they do happen. You're a very smart gentleman.
They happen on occasion.
On occasion, yes, very rarely. But we have a couple questions to get to know you a little bit more, Alex, as you are David's friend, my burgeoning best friend, Alex, as it is.
Indeed.
Yes, but I'd like to get a little bit more knowledge about you, as with David. So we only get one question. I get two. Let me start out here. This is a big one, Alex. This is a big one, big concept. So make sure to smoke a blunt before you answer here. What is the simplest thing / concept to understand that took you forever to fully grasp? Go wherever you like.
Ooh, probably. I mean, I was slow on a lot of stuff as a kid. I think, surprisingly or not, opinions may differ. But I think tying a shoelace
Really
was something that came to me very slowly, and apparently it's something that runs in the family. Like my grandfather was the same, and even now I apparently do it in a way that's much slower than the average shoelace tire.
So what got you? Because I know for us Americans, like we have PBS. I don't know if for in Europe that
we have equivalents. Yeah, exactly.
Equivalents. Okay, cool. So there are so many kids shows that deal with just this issue. I know specifically for my generation, we had SpongeBob, and there's a whole song, and it's just going over and yada yada. What finally got you over that hump? Is there something you still remember to get you to tie your shoes?
Oh God, I have no idea. Brute force, probably, but I think the problem with all of those kind of programs or rhymes, songs to help you remember was always just that I'm bad at applying sort of verbal concepts then to physical actions. I think it was the same issue I had with getting my driver's license, which I still haven't gotten for much the same reason. I don't have spatial reasoning skills to match my sort of abstract thinking skills.
But over there, it's a lot more clustered. You don't necessarily need. You can get to places without a car over there.
Well, that's the other reason that I haven't gotten a driver's license yet. Is I live in London, right, and I bike or take the tube anywhere.
Yeah.
And even back when I was growing up in the Netherlands, you biked or took the bus anywhere. So the driving requirement is much lower than if I were in the US or if I were just in a more rural bit of the UK, right?
Absolutely. All right. Excellent answer. Hoffman, take it away.
Alex, you often make me feel stupid. And that's not
it's a compliment.
The feeling's mutual.
Oh, please. The conversations that we often end up getting into, whether it be politics or this or that, you always have this way of just knowing more about everything than I do. And so you make me feel kind of dumb sometimes, but I love you. My question for you is there someone, and who is this person, who makes you feel stupid?
Ooh.
For the same reasons.
I mean, my gut answer to that, my gut reaction is most people make me feel stupid, right? I think.
Oh, this guy. No, I'm not the most beautiful lady
but that's
in the world.
Very kind
it's
of you to say, David, and love you
yeah.
too. I think I'm a naturally curious person, so I tend to ask questions about things I don't understand, and as a result, you'd expect at the age of 26 you can understand most things, but particularly, anybody I talk to who just has more life experience around. I mean, right now we're in the middle of deciding sort of, are we going to move flat? Should we be looking at buying someplace? Should we be renting somewhere cheaper? All of these kind of household finance decisions that I only 5 years out of university, right? I don't have the life experience nor necessarily the intuitive grasp of what interest rates and recessions and whatever happens in the world, what impact that has on the decisions you make for your own life, right? So that's my long-winded way of getting around answering your question.
Well, fine.
Alex, if you could smell forevermore like any scent, but it has to be something not just Sauvage by Johnny Depp or something. An actual scent that people would know.
Like a real world scent.
Yeah, a real world scent. Thank you, David. Which scent would you choose and why?
If I had to smell one, like for all time, it's the only thing I can never smell.
Correct. So forevermore, you smell like bacon. Forevermore, you smell like fresh laundry. Forevermore.
So it's
I
not that
smell
he
like it.
Yes.
Do I have to inhale the flavor, the smell as well?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you will embody it, so that way it's not, like whenever you smell somebody who smells like they went to Korean barbecue like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
that's not the issue here. You are like, somebody smells your neck. I don't know why people are sniffing your neck. People are smelling your neck, and you embody fresh cookies, whatever you want.
And just to be 100% clear on the parameters of this question, right? Not only do other people smell this smell whenever they're around me, I also have to put up with smelling this smell for all time.
To a lesser extent, right? I mean, whenever we all kind of
you don't really smell yourself.
Yeah, you lose a sensitivity to yourself, but if you start to go without a shower in 2 days, you're like, wow, it smells a whole lot like coffee in here.
I think I'd enjoy smelling like fresh apples to the extent that that's a smell.
Okay.
I feel like it is, but maybe I'm thinking about like bubble gum and candles that they make smell like apples, as opposed to apples themselves that don't tend to have much of a scent.
So like the manufactured, what we kind of all associate, like almost like the grape flavor thing of tastes. This is the apple scented being.
Yeah, I'm going fresh. I'm going minty, but healthy and fruity, that's the direction I'm leaning currently.
I like it.
I get it. I think I'd go with like cinnamon or something like that.
Lavender. Ooh.
I like cinnamon for you, David.
Lavender's a little too feminine.
I'm not enough of a cinnamon person. I feel like you're muskier than I am. I think that cinnamon works for you.
And are you fruitier than I am, Alex?
I think I definitely am fruitier than you are, David Hoffman.
Well, with that, let's get to the game. Since Alex is your guest, David, I brought along the game. And it's a game that we played before, just in a very small, slight adjustment. Before we had played the game 21. I'm sure people who have played basketball before are familiar with the game. But we are moving it down to 15. 15 will be the score. How we will play. Whoever is hosting the game will have a shload of trivia questions. The two people playing then have two options. They can either do a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer. 3-pointer is a trivia question where you have to fill in the blank, whether that be something missing within a sentence or just answering the question itself. A 2-pointer is multiple choice. You will be given a question with multiple choice answers, and hopefully you get it right. If you get the answer right, you get the correct amount of points associated with the question. The only other thing is if you start to select a question and the person is behind you, they can choose to foul the other person. If they foul the other person, then they get that many true or false questions for free throws. It'll make sense as we go along. Alex, who would you like to face off against first?
I'll face off against you, Phil.
Okay, David, we go to your game first.
All right, and we'll go to Alex first. Alex, so you're going to choose either a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer. And if Phil decides to foul you, we'll get to that when that happens. But 2-pointer or 3-pointer?
How many multiple choice options do I have in the case of a 2-pointer? Or is that different from question to question?
4.
No,
okay. For mine, they're all 4.
So it's 25% chance. I'm feeling risky today. I'll go for the 3-pointer.
Okay. Oh, this is probably one of the hardest ones. What is the name of the lead character and protagonist in Shakespeare's The Tempest?
Oh, I have no
Any guesses?
Godly idea. I've never read this play, never seen it. All I can do is process of elimination. The Tempest. I feel like he would have a name, something medieval-y,
Johnny
something
Tempest.
Regal.
Archimedes or something.
I don't even know if it's a he or a she, right?
Stacey
it's
Tempest.
Shakespeare. It's definitely a he.
Yeah. Even if it's a she, it's played by a he.
The lead and protagonist, in
Shakespearean
times, yes. The lead and protagonist of As You Like It is Rosalind, and that is a female character.
That's fair. Oh, Taming of the Shrew kind of has
I don't know if you guys caught my joke. I was saying Johnny Tempest or Stacey Tempest. Could be that. Anyway, never mind.
No,
it was funny, but you guys talked over me, so all right, whatever.
Your comedic genius went unappreciated.
Oh yes,
I was actually going to go for John, but then if you were joking about Johnny Tempest, I feel like that's not the right direction. So I was thinking Christian names, Henrys and Johns and Richards, but they would be kings, and I don't think the Tempest is one of the king plays. let's say Harald. I'm
Harald
gonna
or
go
Harold?
Nordic. That's what I know.
I think you mean Harold.
Harald.
But no, the
No.
correct answer is Prospero.
Never
Wow,
in a
you
million years.
were never.
Fair enough. Okay, 0 points for you, Alex. Phil, would you like a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer?
I will go with a 2-pointer, David.
Learn from Alex's mistake.
Yes,
Exactly. I'm the Easter bunny. Not Easter bunny. What's it called? Test bunny. my mind's on chocolate eggs.
The guinea pig? I think you
Guinea
mean
pig.
guinea pig, not
would be
test bunny.
bunny.
Test bunny.
Exactly.
Phil, what percentage of Canadians speak French as a first language? 10, 13, 22, or 37?
The options one more time, please.
10, 13, 22, or 37?
I'm going to go with 13B.
13 is incorrect. The correct answer is 22. 22 would have been the correct answer. So still 0 points on the board. Alex, we go back to you. 2 points or 3 points?
I'll go for a 2-pointer. I've learned my lesson.
How long does it take for light to travel from the sun to Earth? 8 milliseconds, 8 seconds, 8 minutes, or 8 hours?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 minutes.
8 minutes is correct.
Hey.
2 points for you. There we go. Points on the board. Points on the board. Thank goodness. Phil, what kind of question would you like?
I'm going to go with a 3-pointer. I haven't learned fully from Alex's mistake.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, that one was probably, unless you've seen or read or been in The Tempest, you're probably not going to know that one.
Have you been in The Tempest, David?
No, but I have seen and read it.
Ah.
Well, I've seen the movie and I've read the play, but
Unfair advantage.
in which U.S. state is most of Yellowstone National Park located?
I know what I would guess.
Yeah, for some reason, it's the only one that's kind of coming to me. I don't think it's any other. So I'll just go with Colorado.
Colorado's incorrect. The correct answer is Wyoming. So 0
Wyoming.
points still
I knew it
for
was
you.
a W or a Colorado. Damn it.
A W or a Colorado?
Wyoming, Wisconsin, West Virginia. It was one of the three.
Okay, so Alex, we're back on you. What kind of question would you like?
I'm on a streak with these 2-pointers, so I'm going to play it safe.
You're on a streak of 1 with the two
I'm
pointers, but
looking
sure.
to extend my streak.
That man is streaking with one cheek out. My God.
Okay, which is the furthest official planet from the sun? Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, or Saturn? So I'm just chuckling because just after Phil was talking about cheeks, I mentioned
Exactly.
Uranus.
Uranus.
Appropriate.
Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, or Saturn?
Oh God, this was like my favorite thing when I was 7 years old, and I can't remember if it's Uranus or Neptune. I am reasonably confident that Neptune is further out, so I'm going to say Neptune. But I'll be so disappointed if that's wrong.
Alex is not confident in Uranus, but he is confident in Neptune, and he should be because it's 2 points. 4 points total for you, Alex.
7-year-old me.
Yeah. Okay, well done. Phil, you're next.
I'm going to go with another 3-pointer.
How many provinces are there in Canada?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Very Canadian questions.
I know. Goodness me.
This is the second Canadian question.
He curated this just for us, Alex. I will go with, I want to say it's like in the teens. Well, it's either 13 or like 11. So I'm going to go with 13. Why not?
The correct answer is 10, so 0 points for you, Phil.
Fair enough.
Total.
Yikes.
Alex, we're back on you. What would you like?
Let's go with a 2-pointer, please.
Which of the following is not a Martin Scorsese directed film?
Ooh.
Hugo, Gangs of New York, The Departed, or Saving Private Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan.
Damn it.
Correct. That is a Spielberg film.
Indeed.
Well done.
A very good Spielberg film. And the only
Another-
one on that list of 4 I've actually watched.
Get off the beach!
Another 2 points for you, Alex, and that gives you a total of 6. Phil, we go back to you.
Yes, let's go to, I just need some points on the board or else the home crowd is going to go and start booing me. So let's go to a 2-pointer.
Get off the stage.
Oh, the way that the time, like, I mean, I feel like you would have gotten the last 2-point question right, of course, right? Saving Private Ryan.
Of course.
Which philosopher was the tutor of Alexander the Great?
Oh, I know this.
Do you?
Yeah.
Euripides, Aristotle, Socrates, or Plato?
I know it's not Plato, and I know it's not Socrates. It's either Socrates or Aristotle. I believe Aristotle was Socrates' tutor, and Socrates was Alexander. So I'm going to go with Socrates.
Aristotle would have been correct.
Was it reversed?
So,
Did I have it exactly reverse, Alex?
I don't know.
It's SPA. Socrates tutored Plato, who tutored Aristotle. SPA POWWOW is what Mr. Americu would always like. That was the mnemonic he would give us in filling in the famous Dutch sparkling water brand Spa.
Well, the question was
how you could remember it.
The question was who tutored Alexander the Great, and that was Aristotle.
But because they tutored each other, then Aristotle was the last one on the chain.
All right. Well, still 0 points for you, Phil.
Oh.
What can I say? Alex, your turn again.
To keep the game spicy, let's go with a 3-pointer.
All right, he's getting bold.
I swear to God, you give him something like, what's the main ingredient in mac and cheese? I'm gonna go over there right now and slap you.
What are the two colors in the Georgian flag? Georgia, as in the country, not the state. What are the two colors in the Georgian flag?
This is bad if I don't get it, because I've been there. I've traveled there for work.
Have you?
I can recommend it, because at passport control, as you enter the country, they give you a little miniature bottle of wine. It's apparently the birthplace of making wine. So no, I can endorse Georgian hospitality. I think red and green.
That's incorrect. Red and white. Red and white are the colors of the Georgian flag.
That was going to be my other guess.
It's very similar to the English flag, not the British, but the English flag, but it has crosses in each panel.
I apologize to all of your Georgian listeners.
Yeah, as many as they
are. State
are.
and country.
We only have a couple hundred there, Alex, yes. I'm going to go Hoffman with a 3-pointer, my philosophy being that if he got an exceptionally hard one, the next one might be a little bit easier.
It could be, but it is geography related, and I know how much you love geography questions.
I excel.
Augusta is the capital of which U.S. state?
That would be Georgia, David.
It is not Georgia.
Is it not?
Augusta is not the capital of Georgia.
Is it not? I was sure it was.
Where is it?
Oh, no, Atlanta is
the capital of Georgia.
Where is it?
Why did we both think Georgia?
Maine. Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, Augusta is where the Masters currently are.
Exactly. And is that not in Georgia?
That's in Georgia, but it's not the capital.
It's another
of Georgia.
Augusta.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Chatsworths. There's a lot of
Seattle.
Oranges. There's a lot of
there's
Vancouver.
Augusta, Georgia just rolls off the tongue. It's just a beautiful turn of location, turn of phrase.
To me, Augusta, Maine rolls off the tongue.
I think if I'd have been asked that question a month ago with no association whatsoever with the Masters in my mind, I would have gotten that. That sucks. Oh, well, go ahead.
Condolences.
This is what you get for following golf.
I'm on a sports channel. I don't follow golf. Let's just get that clear.
Okay. Alex,
yes,
your turn again.
What's the score again? Remind me.
It's 6-0.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Just one more time, please, for the ones in the back. No, I'll do another 3-pointer,
please.
Just
a question. Another 3-pointer. Okay. What was the formal garment of ancient Rome?
The formal garment of ancient Rome. I don't know this.
God.
You know this?
I think so.
My knowledge of the classical world is lacking severely. I mean, I feel like some kind of robe, but I'm guessing the answer isn't just robe. Is it? Is it robe?
No, it's toga.
Of course.
Toga.
This is I didn't go to college in the US. I don't know like Greek life and stuff. This is where I'm lacking.
Again, Rome, not Greece, but
the toga's transferred. They kept the good stuff.
David, you were so offended. Again! Jesus.
Again.
I love it when you get professorial on us. Give me a damn 3-pointer. Get in there.
Yeah.
Own that. Come on. Give me toga. Give me goddamn toga.
Okay, what is the highest selling handheld game console of all time?
Oh, this is easy.
I swear to God. Has to be Game Boy.
No, it was the DS.
The DS, right? Yeah, I thought so.
The Nintendo DS. Yeah. I was like thinking like, is a DS technically a type of Game Boy? No, I was going to ask you to be more specific, but it's not. DS was the descendant of the Game Boy, but no. Damn, that was wow. Okay, Alex.
I'm going to have to go to the comments on that one.
How many more rounds do we have?
Oh,
until someone
somebody
gets to 15 points.
Oh, I completely missed that was part of the game. Okay, I'm going to go for another 3-pointer. Why not?
Okay, 3 points. What is the second most populous city in the United States?
I'm going to eliminate New York to begin with. I'm very confident that that's the most populous city. And in my mind, that makes LA the second. I'm just trying to think, like, the other potentials could be Chicago, could be Boston, could be DC even, but I think that's much smaller. Any other second city that I'm forgetting about? Philly, New Jersey? No. I am going to say Los Angeles, yeah.
Los Angeles is correct.
Hey!
You are now at a score of 9. 9.
Getting close.
All right. Phil, 3 or 2?
Let's go with a 3-pointer, Hoffman.
God. Which empire ceased to exist after World War I?
You can do this.
The Ottoman Empire.
No, Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Oh, but didn't the
ceased to
Ottoman
exist.
Empire also cease to exist after World War One?
Let's consult Google.
I think it was a contestant in World War One, and definitely wasn't around by the end of World War Two. But maybe it was a thing in the interwar years.
I mean, Austria-Hungary certainly would be the...
That was one I thought
is
of.
a definite
Yeah.
answer. Yes.
Yeah, but-
So it says it was dissolved in 1922, which is 4 years after the war. So in the interwar years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not one to give extra points to Phil.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's kind of...
Suffer.
No, why should we? All right, 0 points again.
I love this game.
It's
game.
great,
Hoffman.
isn't it? Alex, back to you.
Okay, I'm 2 3-pointers from the goal, so let's go for another 3-pointer.
You're also 3 2-pointers, but okay.
Yeah.
What is the name of the virus that causes babies to be born with small heads?
I was gonna say that you were gonna ask what's the name of the virus that shut down most of the world in 2020.
I know. I was about to... I was going to be so mad.
No.
Zika, right?
Zika is correct, yes. 12 points total now for you. Alex, you are 1 3-pointer away from the win. This is when Phil's going to start fouling you, though.
Yeah.
So.
Oof, yes. And so fouling, you can get negative points as well?
No.
Oh,
No,
you just
slow the roll, kind of.
Yes. I will go with a 3-pointer, David.
You're going to have to. What group is responsible for the 2005 hit song Feel Good Inc.?
I feel like this is one of your that slaps, and you're going to be insulted that I don't remember this.
Very good song.
It's a pretty well-known song.
So which band you said? Let's go with Daft Punk.
You know, that's actually a really close guess is Gorillaz.
Oh, fair enough.
It's the one that goes like do 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 do. Woo, woo. That's the one, right? Yeah.
Feel good.
Do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do.
Never heard of it.
Classic jam.
You certainly have heard of it.
It's the
but
kind of
okay.
song that they had on the home menu for
On
the FIFA games
Yeah, or like it was
Never
on
heard of it.
MTV for
Yeah.
like forever.
back when MTV was a thing.
Back when people used to watch MTV just for the music videos. That means we go back to you, Alex, and this is your would you like a 3 or a 2?
Let's go for a match point. Let's go for a 3-pointer.
Foul. Oh no,
I was
it's a low
expecting that.
blow. Oh my.
Oh no, my
All
leg.
right.
Think of the children.
It's a flesh wound.
Alex, you chose a 3-pointer, which means that you are going to name up to 3 items. You will have 4 seconds. As soon as I name the category, I'm going to start counting.
Yeah.
And you will have those 4 seconds to name as many items in this category
Cool.
that you can. All right. The category is things that are green. 1,
Apples.
2,
Broccoli.
3,
The earth.
4.
You're- no.
I'll give you apples and broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
I'll give you apples and broccoli. You
Yeah.
have 14 points. All right, Phil.
4 seconds is not a lot of time when you think about it.
It's not.
I am going to have to go
Foul.
with...
Just for the fun of
Well, yeah, I was going
You
to go
might
with
actually
the
get some
3-pointer.
points.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go with the 3-pointer as I was going to have to. So
I just
let's go.
wanted the pleasure of doing a foul before I take the victory in the next round.
Appreciate it.
You have fouled. And Phil, this means you are going to need to name as many things as possible. Things in the sky. 1,
Clouds, planes, birds.
3. Fair enough.
Well done.
3 points for you.
I feel
Catching
like
up.
the foul questions are easier than the normal questions.
Well, they are.
They
the
can
problem
be.
being that you just have to think of it.
Right. Okay, Alex, it's your turn for the win.
For the win, I'll do a. You know how when you play the basketball version of this, you want to go out with a bang. Let's go for a 3-pointer to close it out.
Phil, I would argue it's probably not in your best interest to foul.
I was going to let you read the question because I actually don't feel the need to foul.
What is the name of the national airline in Australia?
I am reasonably certain that the name of the national airline is Qantas, Qantas.
It's correct.
Booyah!
So 17 points to 3, a resounding victory. You did get one extra turn, so Phil, I'll let you catch up. Would you like a 3 or a 2 for prosperity and for respect?
Let's go with a 2.
A 2, okay. Which singer is nicknamed the Man in Black? Is it Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, Bryan Adams, or Johnny Cash?
I'm going to go with D, with the biggest D of Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash is correct. 2 points for you. You finish on 5, 17 points to 5. There we go.
Well done.
And it's over.
Today you're a better man than I, Alex. Well done. Very well done.
Thanks for a good game. Well fought.
I still argue, though, it's ridiculous. I feel like every time you and me match up, Alex, you get the ridiculously easy question, and I where was my, like, Johnny Cash was my easy question. That's just all I want to say.
David, we'll sort the finances after this, right?
Yes. We'll handle this like gentlemen. All right, guys, my iteration of the game is slightly different, but that will only take place during the fouls. That's the only difference. Otherwise, Alex, we'll go to you first again here. 3-pointer, 2-pointer.
I know better than to go, all guns blazing into the fire pit with a 3-pointer to start off with. So let's do 2 points.
2 points. Here we go, gentlemen. Alex, who sang the title song for the latest Bond film, No Time to Die? A, Adele, B, Sam Smith, or C, Billie Eilish?
C, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is correct, and you get 2 points right off the bat. Here we go. Hoffman.
I will take a 3-pointer.
A 3-pointer. What does the www stand for in a website browser?
World Wide Web.
That is correct, and you get a 3 points. So it is now, after one round, 2-3 in favor of Hoffman. Alex, back to you.
3 points, please.
How long is an Olympic swimming pool in meters?
Ooh. I think it's 50 meters.
Is that your answer?
That is my final answer.
Fantastic. It is 50 meters, and that is a 3-pointer. So now it is 5-3. Hoffman, we go to you.
I'll take a 3-pointer.
A 3-pointer. Funny that you should bring up World War II in your game. I go to you. What countries made up the original Axis powers in World War II? We are looking for three of the Axis powers.
Germany, Italy, and
3, 2,
Japan.
1. There we go. He has 3. So
I was
that's
thinking
now
Russia at first, but I wasn't sure that
Russia was on the Allies side.
Not
I
originally.
was on the Allies side.
Well, not in the beginning.
Oh, true, because of the Ribbentrop.
But I don't
pact.
think they were.
Yeah.
I don't think they were in it right from the beginning either. So
No, they had
Japan.
just kind of a pact of neutrality, right? Or they weren't going to. They were going to divide
Right.
up Poland.
You're right. Yeah.
A score of 6-5, but we go to Alex first, currently boasting the 5 score. Where would you like to go?
I will go with another 3-pointer, please.
Alex, which country do cities of Perth and Adelaide belong to?
Australia.
That would be Australia. We are at a score of 8-6.
Mm-hmm.
Hoffman.
I feel like I have to go with a 3-pointer here.
Keep your.
There we go. It's a scoring fest. Yes. What geometric shape is generally used for stop signs?
An octagon.
An octagon is correct, and it is 9-8 in favor of Hoffman. Alex, back to you.
Oh, I'm feeling the burn of having chosen a 2-pointer to start off with. Feeling that pain. 3 points again, please.
This might be a tough one, actually. What is cynophobia?
As in Xeno?
No, excuse me. Cynophobia. CYNO. Phobia.
CYNO. Ooh, I'm imagining a fear of bright colors.
A fear of bright colors is not the answer. We were looking for a fear of dogs.
Ah, That makes sense.
Yes. Hoffman, to you.
I will take a. Ooh, what's the score?
It is currently 8-9 in favor of you, but you are one question
Yeah.
behind in the round.
With a point in hand. All right, I will take a 3-pointer.
Who named the Pacific Ocean?
Oh.
I'm glad that you got a tricky one as well.
Serves me right. Oh,
Yes.
man. You know?
Mr. Pacific.
I will say you will know this when I give the answer, just so you know.
Well, I'm between two people. I'm thinking it's either Cortez or what's his name? The guy who discovered the Incan Empire. What was his name? Francisco Pizarro or something? I'm going to go with Cortez.
Cortez is who he goes with. Cortez is the wrong answer. We were looking for Ferdinand Magellan.
I thought,
Really?
maybe he's the guy who
Magellan?
circumnavigated. Yeah.
Oh, man. Come on.
Come on, Alex. Where you want to go?
I want to go with another 3-pointer, please. Don't know what accent that was.
Another 3-pointer. Yeah, I don't know. We're in a splash fest here, gentlemen. How many languages are written from right to left?
How many?
Oof.
Surely this is not a question with a precise answer.
Apparently there is.
Oh, I mean, so obviously Arabic, and they're also. I mean, are we counting different dialects of Arabic here as a separate Levantine Arabic? And
I'd imagine it counts as one.
so, but this is a difficult thing now, where I'm sure I know I'm 99% sure that there are many more other languages other than Arabic that are written right to left.
Hebrew's also
Indeed.
probably Persian and Farsi
Thank you.
and
Please keep helping me, please.
Kurdish. I mean,
Hoffman, if this question were given to you, would you want a different question since it could be seen as interpretive?
No, I'll give it an honest shot.
Yeah.
I'll give it an honest shot.
Oh, okay.
Should I give him a buffer, Hoffman? Like a
Yeah. Why not?
I'll give you a 2-point buffer, meaning if you, let's say you were to guess 113, if you got 111 to 115, you would get there.
Now, given what I know about you, Phil, I feel like you're an even-mannered person. You know, you're a kind-hearted soul. You're a good broker.
That is me.
And so you wouldn't give me a 2-point buffer if it wasn't going to be of some help. So I'm thinking it's not a 3-digit answer now. It's not going to be 200 languages. I'm thinking, given your example was 11 and 13, it's somewhere in the low double digits. So maybe, let's say, 19 languages.
I like how he went full psychology on there, and it almost worked, actually, because once you said something, I was worried. The answer is 12. The answer was 12.
So it was in between the two examples you gave. There was something to the psychological approach.
There was.
I would have gone for like 50-something.
Yeah. I'm proud of the effort there, even if the answer was off.
Absolutely.
Off base.
Even if the answer's off. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, David.
I would like another 3, please.
Another 3. You gentlemen, I love it. How many countries still have the shilling as a currency?
Oof.
And bonus point if you can name which countries. I'll give you a bonus half a point. Actually, you know what? I'll give you a bonus point. But you have to name both.
Half a point.
Both.
Well, you just told me how many countries.
You have to name
you just told me how many countries, so I guess I'm just going to... You said both. To be fair, I was going to say...
That's actually not... That's incorrect. I said both. You have to get both in order to work. So you need to guess the correct number.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you have to guess the correct number and then...
Okay. Okay. I would, even if I guess the wrong number, I would at least like a shot to guess which country, even if it doesn't count for points. I'm going to say 3.
Okay. And which country?
And I know one of them is Kenya because I lived there and we used the show.
Because I lived there.
And I'm thinking that one of the other ones would be Tanzania, and then there's maybe like Papua New Guinea or something. But I think I'm going to go with Kenya and Tanzania. Those will be my guesses.
So you guess 3, and you're going with 2 on the second part. Either way,
two bonus half points.
Oh, I see. I was going to say the entire.
Do I have to get all of them?
It doesn't matter. You're incorrect. There were 4. 4. You were correct on Kenya and Tanzania. We were looking for Uganda and Somalia to round it out. Back to you, Alex. You are at a deficit here at 8-9 in favor of Hoffman, but let's start the round off with you.
I mean, there's no way to go but 3.
Let's do it.
Until we run you out of 3 questions.
It's impossible, I assure you. What is the name of the man who launched eBay back in 1995? I'll even give it to you if you can name the first name.
The last name was eBay. Stephen
Yeah,
eBay.
Exactly.
Of course, yes.
I am going to go with Phil Macklemore. Maybe you chose something founded by a guy named Phil out of self-love.
Right inkling to go with a P starting first name, just wrong name itself. We're looking for Pierre Amadier.
Yeah, would not have gotten that in a million years.
Would not have gotten there either. So, David, you have a lead 9-8. What do you want to do?
I'll take a 3. I'm persisting.
Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
Oh.
I'm curious, Alex, do you know this? Don't name it, but do you know this?
No, I don't. I feel like I could figure it out with enough time and sort of visualization.
Yes. Yeah. There will be a time limit here eventually, Hoffman.
Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't know, so I'm just gonna guess
5,
lion.
4. Lion would have been my first thought. It is not. Unfortunately, it is a horse. A horse is the correct.
Oh, yeah.
At first
that makes
I was
so
like,
much more sense.
Horse, no, that's Ferrari. But I think, it's Porsche has a
My
horse, but in a different
I was trying to
configuration.
think of, yeah. But it's smaller. It doesn't dominate the logo like with Ferrari.
Alex, back to you. Continue the 3 fest or break up the monotony?
I'm going to eke out a 2-pointer here. I say as if I know that I'm going to get it right.
All right. Well, you did get the first 2-pointer right,
This
and
is
then
true.
we have yet to have seen it. Which flies a green, white, and orange, in that order, tricolor flag? Ireland, Ivory Coast, or Italy? Green, white, and orange.
Green, white, and orange.
Do you know this one, David?
I do.
I think it's Ireland, right?
He shook his head yes. He goes with Ireland, your answer?
Yeah.
It is correct. 2 points to
And
you,
the
Alex.
student has become the master.
Absolutely.
We meet again.
A 10-9 lead in favor of Alex now, but we go back to Hoffman. Will you persist in your 3-point barrage, or will you succumb to the 2 points?
I'll take it 2. I need to preserve my lead first and foremost.
Absolutely. Which of the following is not a fruit, Hoffman? Is not a fruit? Rhubarb, tomatoes, or avocados? Not a fruit.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb is correct. It is the selection that he chose, and correct. We are at an 11-10 game with Hoffman in the lead. We go back to you, Alex.
I'll do another 2-pointer, please.
Where was the first example of paper money used? China, Turkey, or Greece?
This feels like it would be China.
And that's your answer?
That is my answer.
You have a very aloof way of answering, Alex.
Like a vague way of...
Yeah,
Exactly.
where-
What would you say if I said the answer was China?
and I never want to get caught on a technicality with you because it's very smart, but I just don't want to fall for it. All right, he goes with China. China is the correct answer there.
Okay. You had me
2
worried
points.
there.
He is 2 points. He now has a score of 12 to David's 11, but of course Hoffman has a chance to retaliate here.
I'll take a 2, please.
David, if you were looking at Iguazu Falls, on what continent would you be? Asia, Africa, or South America?
Could you spell it, please?
Yes, Iguazu Falls.
I'm going to say Asia, although it could very well be South America. But I say Asia.
He says Asia, and he misses in favor of South America hosting Iguazu. So now, Alex, we go to you with a 1-point lead of 12-11, the first lead of all game that you've had. Well, except for the beginning, excuse me. Alex, where do you want to go?
And this is where if I get a 3-pointer right, then I put David out of contention, right?
That would be correct.
I put you in a very risky position here. I'm going to go with a 3-pointer, please.
A 3-pointer. He wants the win. Which monarch, Alex, officially made Valentine's Day a holiday in 1537?
Do we get a country?
No.
I mean, Valentine's Day feels very Italian to me. Like, wasn't Valentine Italian, but then Italy, like there wasn't a Kingdom of Italy at the time. 1537. Maybe it's a French monarch. 1537. Is that one of the Louis? Like Louis the 14th?
That's probably
It's a funny statement.
50% chance that it was a Louis.
Yeah,
In that like
exactly.
300-year time span, there were like 17 of them.
But the Louis were relatively close to the French Revolution, right? So maybe it wasn't the Louis.
The 14th and 15th were.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to go Louis the
could very
14th,
well
but
have
no,
been.
that's not right on timings.
No.
Was that around the time of King Henry the
While you're
Eighth?
debating this in your head, Alex, I want to go to you, Hoffman. If he were to guess a correct name, how much of a stickler will you want for the 14th, the 15th?
I'll leave it up to you, Phil.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, 'cause
Continue, Alex.
Was it Tudor times? Was 1500s Tudor times? I'm just going to go with King Henry
Yes,
VIII,
it was.
but I don't think that's the right answer.
Wow, what a complete spin around from where he was. And unfortunately for you, Hoffman, that is the absolute correct answer.
Yeah.
I don't know where you went.
Would have been
That
my
is-
1537. That's Henry VIII time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that it
Wow.
was.
I was hoping you would guess someone French because I figured it's an English question. It's probably talking when it generally just says monarch, it's probably talking about British
He
monarch.
had a lot of wives,
Wow.
right? So much reason to celebrate Valentine's
He was a very
Day.
romantic man.
He
yes.
was
I'm pretty
king
sure
for
he
quite a
wasn't, but-
while, I believe.
Yeah,
Wow, with a 3-pointer.
A relatively long reign for that time period.
indeed,
Yes.
indeed.
The
Not
only-
compared to like now.
Have you seen Six the musical? I can highly recommend.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, about his 6 wives.
Hoffman, you are out of reach at 11
Wait,
points.
but I get another question, right?
But you do
to-
get
to-
another
to
question
save
for
face.
score. Yes, to save face.
I'll take a 2-pointer, please.
What number was the Apollo mission that successfully put a man on the moon for the first time in human history? Apollo 11, Apollo 12, Apollo 13.
I believe it was Apollo 11.
Apollo 11 is correct, and you now end the game at a 13 score to Alex's 15. Congratulations, Alex. You have
Thank you very
swept
much.
POWWOW. Yes. Now, with that being said,
With a combined score of 32 to 18. Resounding, if you will.
resounding.
I mean, there's just something about basketball that clearly speaks to me.
Yes, you are a very athletic man, and it shows in your sinewy presence. Alex, any last words that you want to part the people with? Any tattoos that you want to talk about this week? Any books you've read? Anything at all that interests you?
Any tattoos I want to talk about? That's very left field. No, I can't.
It's not, because last time we talked about your bookcase tattoo or something. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I have a vague recollection of that. No, I have nothing in particular to plug or jam about. I can retrospectively plug the play that David co-directed, assistant directed. Please fill in the correct terminology here.
Associate directed.
Associate directed, third time's the charm, that I'm very much looking forward to watching a video recording of if one is available.
I'm sure it will be, yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
very much for a great round of questions, gentlemen. My wits feel sharpened.
Alex, always a pleasure.
Likewise.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.
Cheers.
And with that loss, I drop down to a record of 4 and 5, while David joins me in the same record at 4 and 5 with a loss himself. Way to go, Alex. Top entertainment of the week coming at you with That Slaps. David, what slaps this week?
All right, so I was watching SNL with Jake
Ooh.
Gyllenhaal as host, which was
I've
a
heard
good
mixed
episode.
reviews. Yeah.
I mean, some of the sketches were middling at best, but Jake Gyllenhaal is very entertaining, and his monologue.
Did he give his all?
Certainly, and his monologue is very, very good. You should watch his monologue. At the very
I'm
least.
excited to watch it, yes.
Yeah. And the musical guest was Camila Cabello.
Cabela.
No, Camila Cabello.
Oh.
And, it's like not someone I listen to a whole lot. And this is a really big pop artist, so I know it's like kind of not so much in the spirit of That Slaps. But one of the songs that she sang on SNL was Bum Bum, or Bam Bam, if you want to Americanize it, but Bum Bum. And I was jamming to it. It's got this like Latin vibe. On the studio version has got Ed Sheeran in it as well, but she sang it, just her on the show. And like, oh man, it's so catchy, and like it's got this like Latin vibe, and I think I might have a little crush on Camila Cabello at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's there. It's just in the back of my mind. I'm like, ooh. The song, the singer,
and Camila,
ooh,
all slap.
the dancing, ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to
slaps.
I'm gonna have to go watch some SNL after this. All right, that slaps.
Yeah.
This week, I'm also probably not in the intention of that slaps, where we kind of try to bring something from obscurity to the forefront, but it honestly blew my mind, David, and is my early, and I find it hard to believe that I will find something better than this all year. My best picture of 2022, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I implore you, I ask of you, and I demand that if you are listening to this, Hoffman first, but anybody else, please go see this movie. It's tremendous in execution, wild in thought, and provoking in ideas. It is exquisite and my favorite film of the year, and also qualifies to be the best picture of the year. Early as it may be, hard to find something that will top it.
Say
It
again
slaps.
what the name of the film
Everything,
was?
Everywhere, All at Once. That slaps. Well, we've had a very full episode here, but we still have...
Hold on there, Phil. I just want to say, since the main topic, I have taken the time to look up what threadworms are.
Okay.
Also known as pinworms, are tiny parasitic worms that infect the large intestine of humans. Threadworms are a common type of worm infection in the UK, particularly in children under the age of 10. The worms are white and look like small pieces of thread. They do not go away by themselves, and people do not build up an immunity to them, so they must be treated in order to eradicate them totally from the body. You or your child can get threadworms by accidentally swallowing worm eggs found on contaminated surfaces. This can happen by scratching the anal region and then touching your mouth or food. Have a lovely day, folks.
Oh, and with that, we close up our thighs, we close up our cheeks, and we say, let's get out of here. Thank you so much to Josh Hans and Tara Amstutz for their...
Have I just ruined this closing for everybody?
Yeah, God, we're closing everything up. We're closing up shop. Tara, Josh, thank you. I know you probably don't want to be associated with this directly. I'm so sorry, but thank you.
Thank you to Cass and Crossland and to Jake Corlang for the music that you hear on this show. We appreciate you always.
Most of all, thank you to you, the listener. Yes, you. We always appreciate you listening. We appreciate you subscribing and going back and listening to any old episodes you did not happen to hit, as they are timeless. They are timeless and well thought out. And we have a whole library now, so you have at least a good weekend of listening to get through. So thank you so much. Make sure to continue to subscribe and find us anywhere that podcasts are. Of course, that's Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you want to find us, except for Pandora, because screw you, Pandora.
Why's that bear there running through the woods? Oh, well, I think he himself.